Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Let's talk about Aitx. They came out with the 10Q. I'm watching the share price right now. It is holding 005. We'll see if it holds or if it breaks down back to 004. Those are our levels, really. The floor down here is at 004. That's our higher floor. But if it does decide to hold here at 005, that is fine by me. I'm not going to complain. The game plan hasn't changed. We know that August is fast approaching, and we're going to start being hit with some catalyst that could send the share price a significant amount. I mean, here it went from 004 to a high of 0056. So that's, hey, money is money, right? That was almost, not quite, but almost a 50%. If it had touched 006, it would have been 50%. But that's what I'm waiting for. I want that 50% move because if it moves 50%, that's a 0025 move to 0075, and I can get out and take my profits and make about 1,500 somewhere around there. If it does move 50%, if it goes to 1 penny again, I'll make much more, of course, because that's a double from where it is right now. And I have most of my position down here at 005s, well, high 005s, but still, and if we break past 1 penny, even better. So let's see. I think my game plan, as I mentioned previously, will be to sell half on the way up and then hold the other half in case we do break past that level there at 0099, that psychological 1 penny. Either way, I'm neither bullish nor bearish. I'm going to go over the 10Q now. And before I even continue, just be wary that the stock, with all the catalysts underway, it could go either direction. We're all bullish and we want it to go up, but it could turn out the opposite. We could end up going down. It depends on the headlines that hit us in the coming weeks. So just keep in mind, what is my stop loss? My stop loss is 0034. Or is it 0023? Maybe my stop loss is 002. No, if you guys have been keeping track of this channel, the stop loss is the reverse split. I even wrote it and I had it hiding just for the sake of this video. Stop loss is the reverse split. The reverse split won't happen until 2026. So we don't have to worry about that. Which means for the next year and 5 months, I can hold this and wait for 1 penny. I'm more than happy to hold. As long as there's no reverse split, I am not taking the loss. Now, I am saying that because there are some numbers that were concerning, and let's touch on those. Let's go over to the 10Q. I think I can, wait, he has a link. He linked it. There we go. We can view the full seg filing here. And where are the financial statements? There we go. I'm clicking on it, but it's okay. There we go. Yeah, we know their assets to liabilities is horrendous. We've always known that. It's been horrendous. Total assets increased by about 300,000 from 7.596 million to 7.925 million. So very small increase in that. Yeah, very small increase in assets compared to their liabilities. We go to the liabilities and you're like, ooh, those liabilities, they went up by about 6 million from 47 points from 47,796,000 to 53,580,000. I'm rounding a little bit, but sure. Either way, there's always more of an increase in total liabilities than assets. So hopefully in the future that changes. Other than that, I've always talked about how I don't like that, but what can you do? It is what it is. Again, I hope the trend changes for that. Revenue did grow. It did grow from 385,208 to 1.182 million with $800 on top. So, huge increase. If it continues on this path of nearly quadrupling, well, I shouldn't say quadrupling, but tripling every year, then next year we should see. If I had to predict next year, well, we should see about 2 million is what I would predict for revenues if they're going to continue to grow like this, and they have a stronger second half compared to the first half. So I would anticipate about 2 million in revenues next year. That's on the low end, by the way. If I had to make that prediction, cost of goods sold. This is a problem. The cost of goods sold I think it went up like 25x, 27x, 29x, somewhere around there, because the cost of goods sold. Oh boy, with that 11,342 jumped up to 295,593. That's a massive increase. That would be like Nvidia, which has like 9 billion in cost of goods sold. Imagine waking up the next day and the cost of goods sold had gone up by 23x or 25x or 27x. I don't know how much that would be. Let's just say 25x because that's nice and easy math. So 25 times 9 quarters. That's what 225. That's 225 million. If you saw Nvidia's cost of goods sold jump from 9 billion to 225 billion, there would be a disaster. You would see the stock price absolutely take a hit on that one. Let's hope. Let's hope that this jump here was just a one-time thing and not gonna be something that continues to. Let's hope it's not a trend. Let's hope that next year it doesn't jump from 295,000 to millions. Because then it doesn't matter how much revenue you're making if your cost of goods sold is so high, so exorbitant that you're just you're never going to make money, right? If your cost of goods sold is too high. I think I've mentioned that there are some companies who unfortunately they make like 5 cents per hot dog sold, so to speak. If you guys remember that example that I like using, their general and administrative went up by 500,000. That I noticed. Let's see, loss from operations. Okay, I don't care. We know they're not profitable. Oops. Okay, there we go. There's one more thing I wanted to mention. Where was it? Going concern. They have a negative working capital of 25 million, and they do not anticipate positive cash flow from operations in the near future. And the company is committed to raise either non-dilutive funds or minimally dilutive funds. Which the reason I'm pointing this out is because we know they're gonna dilute that. There's no. It doesn't matter how much they say. Oh no, we're looking for other ways to dilute that doesn't involve screwing you over. No, that's we know that's a lie. We know that's. Let me pull up the Aitx share structure. You can see got updated on the 15th, and we are well on our way towards the authorized shares needing an increase, and I assume it's going to be 15 billion and then 20 billion in the future as well. Probably next year we'll get 20 billion. At that pace that it's going, I wouldn't be surprised if we see 30 billion in a couple of years. Either way, that's a. I hope we don't go into a higher exchange with such a horrible share structure. Let's hope that doesn't happen. But I'm almost losing my voice here. Let's. Okay, I should have drank water before I started this video. Let's look through the PR, which didn't mention at all that I was hoping they would address the cost of goods sold, why that went up by such an exorbitant amount, but it is what it is. Of course, they're not going to talk about the bad. They'll talk about the bad in another article, maybe on Saturday morning. Company achieves 312% revenue growth and nearly triples market value. Rental revenue saw a 412% increase, totaling 980,000, up from 238. Direct sales of goods and services grew by 38%, amounting to $202,264 compared to previous year $147,059. I anticipate a substantial increase in order intake in the second half of the fiscal year. More importantly, I am excited about the upcoming new and enhanced solutions like RadCam. Growth in gross profit. Eh, Market value and share appreciation. No, we already know that the stock price has been on an upward trend. We know that. That's not anything interesting to me. And I think that's it. After that, it's just kind of the usual copy and paste that they add at the end. So we got a bunch of catalysts underway. The PR overall wasn't anything to get excited about, but it wasn't bad either. It was kind of like, eh. The only thing bad was really that cost of goods sold. That's a huge, and I mean humongous increase. And like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if it comes back down to 0.004 and touches our higher floor. My game plan hasn't changed. I told you I was going to buy, told you I was going to wait for 1 penny, and I told you my stop loss was the reverse split. So I got a whole year and 5 months. I can wait. I know some people do not have patience, and no, I'm not kidding. Some people do not have patience. They don't. They don't. They don't have patience. They just want the stock to move 50% in the tomorrow and flip it. There are people like that. Let me show you an example here. Let me go to my direct messages. Here's Warrior 05 here. Warrior 05. Look at what we were talking. We were going back and forth, and I said, where is it? It should be around here. There we go. Uh, let's see. Are you selling Aitx? It's at 0.005. I don't think it will go up. Yes, I am selling when it goes to 0.084. What won't go up soon for sure. Won't go up soon for sure. Because I know these stocks like the back of my hand. They take a while. If you don't have patience, not for you. What does the charts look like when do you see it moving, hitting the golden crosses? I don't do golden crosses. Chart says buy and hold and wait for months. I'm not holding for months unless this goes to 10 cents. So you see, there are people like that. They have no patience. They want to just buy and please go up right now because I bought in. So I can hold the next year in 5 months. I am not concerned one bit. In fact, if it comes down to 0.005, guess what? I'm adding that extra 5K that I've been holding off on right down there. That's why I haven't added that the biggest position because it could go wrong. We all want to be bullish and we want it to go up in August. Could turn out the opposite, by the way. It could. So keep that in mind. That people I know love to forget about the risk, but to me, there's no risk until the reverse split comes around. Other than that, again, I'm not concerned. And don't be surprised if it comes down to 0.004. I would be shocked if we break below 0.004. That would be that would mean we're going to 0.003s again and twos, which again nothing more than an opportunity to add for the next run. And if you can be patient, you're gonna get paid. That's how it is in this market. It's a patience pay market. All right, guys, that's it for the video. We got a bunch of catalysts underway. All it takes is one of them to send it, 50% plus. We take our profits, we make our money, we rinse and repeat. I'll see you guys in the next one.